Good evening and welcome to NUFC Matters. Just a quick 5-minute show just to look ahead to the FA Cup quarter-final tonight against Manchester City at St James's Park, which of course is behind closed doors. Newcastle United's team is out, and there is a couple of surprises in there and a few team changes which probably won't surprise after the news of various injuries that we picked up in our last game. The starting lineup is Darlow in goal, Manquillo, Fernandez, Lascelles, Shaw and Rose. Then we have Hayden, Sean Longstaff, Almiron, Carroll and Saint Maximin. No substitutes that I can find at present that have been announced by the various media who are at St James's Park, but I'm sure they will become apparent on social media as and when. Man City start with Bravo. They have Walker, Otamendi, Laporte, Mendy, Gundogan, De Silva, Mahrez, De Bruyne, Sterling and Jesus. Their subs bench is Edison, Stones, Zinchenko, Rodrigo, Sane, Bernardo, Cancelo, Foden and Harwood Bellis. Obviously, it's a big call tonight by Steve Bruce, our head coach, who has decided to play Darlow in goal as opposed to Dubravka. Whether that's because of the mistake that Dubravka made in the previous game, or whether it's down to the fact that Darlow has played in each round of the FA Cup and he's promised that he would play him in each round of the FA Cup. Maybe that is the call, but Steve Bruce has obviously made a big decision there. Malcolm MacDonald, of course, on NUFC Matters was talking about Joe Linton and quite scathing of the number 9, saying that he needed to be dropped. The effort that he put in previous games just wasn't enough, and that he felt that Malcolm felt that Joe Linton deserved a spot on the bench. Well, I'm presuming that's where he is. As I say, we have no announcement of the subs yet. If we do get that before I go off air, I will let you know. But yeah, so that means that Andy Carroll gets a start tonight. It's a best team that he can put out. Hayden obviously making a surprise appearance tonight because it was hinted at that he could be out and miss the game. I think it's the best team that he can put out. Obviously, the biggest threat that comes from Newcastle is Saint Maximin and Almiron. Hopefully, he'll play better than he did in the previous home game. Sean Longstaff, a bit for him to prove, I suppose, tonight. He's had a little bit of time off, obviously carrying injuries and, being out of the team. So good to see him back in. And Fabian Shaw also in the team as well. Again, interesting. Steve Bruce in the Sunday press has been saying that he wants to take over sorted out quickly. Interesting line that. I'm sure that myself and Steve Hasty and Super Mac will discuss that after the match. Today's referee is Lee Mason. It's the 4th time he's took charge of a Newcastle United game this season, and in the previous games we've lost 2-0 away at Villa, we've lost 2-1 at home to Everton, and we've lost 4-0 away to Arsenal. So he's not exactly the luckiest referee to have watching over our games. On VAR we have Andre Mariner, and yeah, it's an opportunity. I've already gone on record this week and said that I would like to think that Newcastle United could progress. No Aguero, he's a bit of a jinx on Newcastle United, and when we play them, he scores a lot of goals against Newcastle. So I'm hoping that his missing from Manchester's team will do us a favour. I've gone for 1-1 today. I think we'll go to extra time. I think it'll be a tight game, and I think it'll be decided on penalties. What you guys think? Get your things in. And a lot of comments coming in, so thanks for watching. Long ball in it to the semi-final, Steve. Yeah, Sean, I think you're right. That's from Sean Sturrock. Andrew Richardson, afternoon, Steve. You think we have a chance with Bravo and net? Anything's possible, Andrew. Anything is possible. Danielle Lowther, we can do it. Yes, 100%. Andrew, NUFC, really pleased Carroll is starting up top. Me too. Terry Ross, fingers crossed, big shock. Darlow, huge shock, mate. Huge shock. Matty Davison, predictions. 1-1, mate. I'm going for a penalty shootout win. And I know Newcastle don't do particularly well with penalty shootouts, but I was there at the last time they won, and you know, it's possible, but I think that's what the situation will be. Funko Freddy's going for a 2-1 win. Toon Fan is going, how are the lads? We can do it. Matty Longstaff's on the bench. Thanks, Sean Sturrock. Darlow shows Bruce isn't prioritising the cup then, says John Justice Allen, unless he promised him that he was going to play in every round. Subterranean Music worried about the Darlow start. Liam Parkinson, Dubravka, should be starting. Darlow's decent, but we should be playing full strength. Graham Dean's going for an optimistic 3-1 win to the Toon. Andrew Richardson, please, there's no Foden starting. He's starting to look the real deal. He certainly is, and he's on the bench tonight. Subterranean Music, hope Carroll has a worldie to prove his point. Yeah, he would certainly make me eat me words if he does. Sean Sturrock, NUFC Twitter, put the subs below the starting lineup. We'll have to have a look at that now. Matty Davison says, I fancy Carroll to score a last-minute winner. Let's just double-check on the subs because it is interesting, you know, to see the starting lineup, but it would be nice to have a look at the substitutes. So bear in mind, just give me a couple of seconds to have a look, and we will try and find out. Here we go. So the official subs are Martin Dubravka, John Joe Shelby, Joe Linton, Dwight Gale, Muto, Kraft, DeAndre Yedlin, Lazaro, and Matty Longstaff. So a pretty strong bench for Newcastle United tonight. Liam Parkinson says Carroll should hopefully bully Otamendi. Let's hope so. Fancy Carroll to score the last-minute winner, says Matty Davison. Tony Fraser just says, come on the Toon. Dave Bridget, hi Steve. Hi David, how are you? Sean Wilson, 3-1 to Newcastle. Sean is going for. Terry Heslop, pure Geordie power. He's going for a 2-0 win. Jeff Carter, he says, as we have loads of subs, why not change the goalie at the first drinks break? Claire Brown just says, come on, Carroll lad. A lot of people been wanting Andy to start. So Mark Fleming says, strong back five. Great to see Big Andy starting. Subterranean Music, that's on Newcastle Twitter. Yeah, thanks. Graham Knox, come on the Toon. And Carroll. Graham Knox, Carroll and Miggy 2-1. Wayne Black says, Darlow's good at pens. Could be, you know, interesting. David Harrison, I've gone for 2-1 since the draw. Still feel the same. Tony Milner, fancy at least a draw in 90 minutes. Daniel Lowther, Darlow's minutes, saving the penalties. Bay Square reckons a 2-2 draw. Kieran Dreyer says, not sure about Darlow, but hopefully we can do the job tonight. Let's hope we don't pick up any more injuries. Corey plays HD. Don't think Bruce cares about this by playing Darlow. Toon Fan says, Bruce is on probation today. Well, that's if the takeover happens. Bay Square, quite happy with the start lineup. Bit hope against fantastic Man City team. And David Waller reckons a 2-0 win. And Toon Fan, so is Joe Linton out? No, he's on the bench. Okay, so match of the day will be starting on BBC One very shortly. Get yourself over to that. We will be back 30 minutes after the game. There'll be myself, Supermax, Steve Hasty, and the Geordie dentist, Neil Mitchell, to chew the fat over the game and hopefully to celebrate the players in the semi-finals. Alan Shearer, of course, doing the draw at half-time. But that's all for now, folks. I will see you 30 minutes after the game. Come on, lads.